Welcome, my lovely friends. This is the Metaphysical Mystique. I'm your host and your spiritual coach, Jamie Jacobson. And today we've got the Leo moon moving into Virgo. So we're going to look at the energies for today's transit. What do you say? So let's get this thing started. Get into it right away, shall we? All right. Still in Scorpio season. Moving our way out of that. The time is moving along very fast, probably too fast. 2020 is almost here, everybody. Are you ready? Much is going to be asked of us. Much is going to be asked of us. Are you ready to step out of the comfort zone? Are you ready to see what you are made of? Because that, indeed, we're going to find out. We will. Now, as for the next couple of days, with the moon being in Virgo, there are some themes. Many of you are considering some massive changes, I know. You've been debating it, going over it and over it and over it, and wondering if this is the way in which you should go. It's not easy. It's not. It takes a lot of courage to step up and step out. But each and every one of us have a call. There's a calling out there, and life is calling you. Spirit is pulling at you, and it's demanding a lot of you. But you have to be ready. And it's only for those with eyes to see and those with ears that hear. It's for those of you that can feel it. But many of you are up in the air about things. As we transit from the Leo moon into the Virgo. Now, Leo is this dignified time. You know, it's a time to shine. It's this time to be magnanimous, to present your queen bee side, your queen of wands energy. It's about the self. As we move into the Virgo, we can be a little bit neurotic and perfectionistic. That's right. We don't want to be hard on ourselves like this. So let's look. Let's look at these energies, shall we? You know, because Virgo is a hard worker. Virgos are the people that you see that work on those amazing bodies that they have. They have amazing health, very into fitness, taking care of themselves. They take pride in their work. They keep immaculate homes. They could be a little OCD about it, in fact. Virgos are thinkers. They tend to overthink. They're hermits. So it can be difficult for Virgos to relax, to get into the flow. So this time, you guys might find yourselves having a difficult time simply being, allowing yourself to work intuitively, allowing yourself to just be in the flow of life. And while working, you may have a lot of demands on yourself, right? You may have expectations that are unrealistic, and striving for that perfection can burn you out. It can run you down. And that's not what you want to do. You know, as we're teeter-tottering out of Leo and into Virgo today, you want to check in with yourself. Take care of yourself. Work on that self-love and that self-worth, because you're worth it. There's no need to strive for perfection. The beauty is in some of your imperfection. Perfectionism leads to self-sabotage. It's this need for control. And as you know, we can't control everything in life. Things get thrown at us unexpectedly, you know, and we may not be prepared for it. And at that point, you just have to accept what is, take things for what they are, and go with the flow. So there is this feeling of needing to release the control, release the rigidity, release the need for validation. Because the validation needs to come from you. It needs to come from you. You need to see your own greatness. You have all the tools that you need right here, right now. Balance is needed for sure. You know, especially with work. You know, you might find yourself overworking unnecessarily, overthinking, allowing yourself to get to a place of overwhelm, caught in analysis paralysis, and never really solving anything, just going round and round and round in circles in your mind, causing yourself to lose sleep, having the insomnia set in, right? Being edgy and moody. So that's when you really need to stand back, take a few moments to breathe deep. 3 big, deep, long, slow breaths. And come back down to earth, get grounded. Have more patience with yourself. Have more love for yourself. Be gentle with the words and with the things you say to yourself. Remember, our bodies are 90% water, and water is very receptive to intention and to thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. They carry an immense vibration. So watch how you think. Watch what you say. Catch yourself. It's that self-awareness is the key. It's that self-awareness that'll save you and allow you to move on to the next step. Because then you'll be able to nip it in the bud. You'll catch it. Now we're going to actually look at some of the themes with the cards. I have some oracle and some tarot, of course. And we're going to take a look at what we can expect for today and actually the course of the next few days as we leave Leo and move into the Virgo moon. Let's begin with our oracle deck. Goddess of the moon, shall we? And we'll get some of the overarching themes of the next couple of days. Okay. For the collective. Got one that has flown out. I'll take it. Beginnings. It's the new moon card of beginnings. Let's take another. All right. Yeah. Here we go. The dark moon. Interesting. The void. Okay, and we'll get one more. And the harvest moon. Fruition. Okay. Beautiful. Something developed around the Taurus full moon. A decision, an event, something you started, something gave birth. In which new beginnings, it was the birth of something. You walked through that door. By the time we get to this next full moon, it would have come to full fruition. That's right. It would have harvested. Now, I'm feeling this is not something that is outside of you. This is something that was birthed within you. A dream. It's a dream of yours. It's very special. It's very special to you. And I think this is something that may have that may have come up since last year winter. And it's now that you're finally able to, it's like you're ready. You are ready. You step foot through those doors. You asked. You accepted and received. You've been a very busy bee. Very busy bee. There's been a lot of communication. All right. The beginnings are strong. Okay, because with the void, that is a card number 1. And although beginnings is a number 2, look, and that shows a progression. We also see fruition, which is 37, and that is a 1. That's a 10. That tells us that a cycle has ended and a brand new one is beginning for you. You've let something go. And for many of you, this is regarding your status in the world. What you do. This busy little bee makes me feel this way. But this is also about you and your queen bee energy, your queen of wands. You may be a Gemini, or there could be a Gemini energy-like person who is very much a part of you, very much near you. With new beginnings, I get this sense of partnerships as well. Okay? But this could also mean business partnerships, not necessarily romantic. But that is very much on the table, okay? It could be, the two people coming together to build something. In that sense, if this is regarding relationships, it's like two people who are building a life together. If not, this means this is you working towards something. Business partnership, partnering with spirit, you building a life, having made a decision about a direction in where you want to go. And your mind, you have so much in there. You have so many beautiful ideas, so many creative ideas that are ready to bear fruit. This is the time for you to put them out there, to develop them, to hone them, to grow them. They're ready, they're sprouting. Okay, your intuition is powerful right now. There's a bit of mystery about you. There's something that you're holding back. You're not fully putting everything on display about yourself. This could be very much a spiritual time for you. You could be very introverted at this time, very hermit-like, taking time out, being in contemplation. But your mind is full. You have so many ideas, so many beautiful gifts in that head of yours. You've matured spiritually and emotionally. And it shows. It really shows. Let's get some more, okay? We're going to take from the energy deck, okay? To clarify what we got going on here. Let's clarify some of this, shall we? All right. Card number 31, the door to value. Now, we did speak about this being a time of about your self-worth, your self-care, your ability to tone down the perfectionism, to work more in the flow with some ease, doing things intuitively, remembering how powerful you are and remembering your value. You have lots to give. The door to value. This is definitely about you going towards something that brings you abundance in your life, monetary abundance, emotional abundance, and spiritual abundance. But even deeper than that, this is about the abundance of self-love, your worth. This thing that you're after, it's only going to be as good as you see yourself. The value that you place on yourself will determine the value of what you get back, is what I'm trying to say. Let's get another. Yeah, you've been all tied up in thoughts. All tied up. This is a lot like the Eight of Wands energy. You've been feeling stuck, immobilized. Your thinking has been allowing you to be carried away, right? But these thoughts, these things that are swirling around in your head, they can be very detrimental. They can kill your dream. They can stop you from the dreams that you have, the things that you want to create moving forward, that life that you have in mind. And believe me, looking at this fruition card, you have lots. You have lots to give. You have grown in incredible ways. You have a whole lot of fruit to bear. Absolutely. And your value is the value you place on yourself. But from what I see, your value is nearly priceless. It's priceless because there's only one you in this universe. There's only one. There is no other. You can't put a price on that. You see what I'm saying? It's time to allow that Queen of Wands energy to come out. Yeah, here we are. Balance. Balance the mind. Balance out your thoughts. There's no, this is perfect in what I'm seeing here in the reading, because we are leaving Leo and going into the Virgo moon. And under the Virgo moon, it can be very easy for you to go even deeper into the analysis paralysis mode and get caught up, to get trapped, to get stuck. Watch that. Be very aware of it. Be very conscious of it. And nip it in the bud when it begins to happen. Don't allow yourself to go deep into those scary, just self-inflicting wounds is what they are. It's perpetuated by yourself. You know. And where are these things coming from? Much of it stems from programming done in childhood. And we may never have learned to properly allow ourselves to heal from it. Right? And whenever we get close to something, these things begin to come up. We get very nervous. We fall back on our old patterns and our old ways of thinking. We get scared. But for what I see here, you're right at the precipice. You're so close you can taste it. Don't get in your own way. Please don't allow yourself to get in your own way. Balance out that mind. Know your value. Know your worth. Know the value of this plan, this life, this thing that you're building, this relationship even, this partnership, in whichever way it's manifesting. There's a lot of value to it. And it's definitely yours if you want it. Balance out those thoughts. In everything we need balance. In all things we need balance. Okay? Let me get some from the Wisdom of Avalon. Okay? The wounded human ego. You know, this is when we forget how beautiful we are, the things that we have that make us special, make us unique, and valuing what others have more. Don't forget what you have. Nobody else does. Okay? You have beautiful gifts that were given to you, encoded within you, in your very DNA. Your story, your frequency, your music. Okay? Your piece of music is a beautiful piece of music that's needed in this universe, which is what? One song. You're one note within that song. And it's a needed, beautiful note. Don't forget that. Trust. 47. Oh, I'm sorry, 47. It's an 11. Spiritual card. Trust. Trust in your gifts. Trust in yourself. Trust the process. Trust the mystery of it. Just go for it. Just do it. See what happens. You won't know what happens or what will happen until you make that step forward. But you must trust. Okay? Okay, let's get from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Passion ignited. I see this ring of fire. She's also got these flames, right, that are rising up within her heart. Almost looks like the phoenix. Allow your heart to lead you, okay? The heart chakra. Allow that to guide you. Allow the heart chakra to pulsate, to vibrate through you. This card is a 1. So I'm seeing already 11s and 1s right now. Powerful angel numbers. Powerful numerology right here. New beginnings. A spiritual road. A passionate road. A creative road that is creative is just ahead of you. And then you're going to have this amazing feeling of healing when you're able to find a way to filter, to utilize those gifts. You have so much inside of you that wants to come out, but you need an avenue. Find it. Use it. Trust it. Ignite it. Ignite the light. Ignite that light. Okay? I'll get another one here. Okay. The Psychic Tarot Oracle. Okay. That's right. Recognition and reward. Bottom of the deck. New beginnings. Which mirrors the Journey card, the Fool card. Taking a step forward. Recognition and reward. You know, when you ignite that passion within you and recognize what it is that you have that's so valuable, when you see it, you'll start to develop this thing that you're trying to create and build in your life. It's going to bring rewards in ways that you hadn't imagined. You're seeing it one way, but it's going to develop in a way that the spirit knows that you need, that the universe knows that you need. And you're going to be so happy about it. Over the next couple of days, I want you to make this decision. Leave the ego behind. Leave that wounded ego back where it belongs. I want you to walk through those doors of new beginnings. I want you to take that step. Leave any fears, despite the chatter. Release yourself from feeling all tied up in the mind. When that happens, nip it. Stop. Take a few breaths. Get back down to earth. Ground yourself. See it for what it is. See it for what it is. If you have to take a step away and go for a walk so that you expend some energy, and that mental energy gets utilized in a better way, maybe turning on your recorder and just speaking into it, saying what's on your mind. It allows you to, it gives you a way to relieve yourself, like a mind dump, as well as journaling. Going for walks allows you to go outside and into clear, fresh air. Allows your body to breathe, your heart rate to go up a little bit and pump your blood. And allows that energy to cycle. Instead of staying in one spot and being stuck and collecting itself in one spot, you're allowing it to move. Right? So take a walk. If you have a dog, better yet, go for a nice walk with your dog. If not, just go with yourself after dinner, whenever you think it's appropriate, and shake some of that excess energy off. Okay? Try that over the next couple of days. And trust. Have faith. Have hope. Allow your passion to come to the surface. Okay? Allow it to come to the surface. That's your doorway to value. That's the way to building this thing that you want. To see it come into your life. But you must first come into balance with yourself. Watch the mental chatter. Okay? And finally, from the Goddess Tarot, before we grab from the Moonology deck for our advice, let's see what the Goddess Tarot has to say for us. Okay? Okay, here we go. Alright, here we are. Aha, Rhiannon, the goddess Rhiannon. Movement. Oh, I love spirit. Movement. Just move. Okay? Move forward. Move past it. You can do it. This is moving forward mentally and moving forward physically. Manifest that thing. Get to work. Get to doing it. Get to doing it. Okay? You can do it. If anybody can, it's you. Yeah. I just had to grab another. Transformation. The goddess Yukamochi. You should look up this goddess. Yukamochi. Alright? This is transformation. Bottom of the deck. Tradition. Juno. She's a teacher. This is about transforming into the person you want to become. This healer, this teacher, this nurturer. Some of you may also be getting married as well. This partnership. This is definitely about you learning something as well. Higher learning. Coming into a knowing. Allowing your gifts to work through you. Becoming. You're transitioning. This is a complete transformation. You're walking through the doors. Transformation. This is beautiful, but it's going to require movement. Balance your mind. Realize your worth. Because believe me, you've already come mentally. You're ready. You have it all. Emotionally and spiritually, you're ready. The door is in front of you, ready to walk through it. Ignite the light, your passion. And that's when your recognition and reward will come by movement. And that brings transformation. And you becoming the teacher, becoming the queen bee of her life. Do you see what I'm saying? Coming into your own. Your authentic self, your higher self, the higher version of yourself, the next step of your evolution. And let's get a final advice card from the Moonology deck, okay? Shall we? This is a beautiful reading, you guys. And it's very clear. And then under this Virgo moon, it's very important. You know, Virgo does have that tendency to get caught up in thoughts. They think too much. They get caught up. They get anxiety, all that anxiousness, that pent-up energy in the mind can be very harmful for your mental health. So be very careful with that. This is also a time to start thinking about health regimens, eating better, sleeping better, being more mindful, doing the self-care tip, reading and looking up self-care tips that you can utilize within your life. Maybe taking a salt bath, clearing up your energy a little bit. Okay. Oh. So there's 2. Bottom of the deck, yes. Healing. Heal your mind. They're both full moon cards. So as we approach this full moon, and then I'm looking at, once again, the scales of balance through the moon in Libra and the full moon here in Sagittarius, right? The bow. A win-win outcome is forecast. Beautiful. And definitely see the big picture. Look at the bigger picture. This card is giving me that energy, that Queen of Wands. Bring her out. Bring out that fire. It's what's going to drive this thing. You see what I'm saying? It's a win-win. It's in the forecast. All right, everybody, I love you. I want to thank you for visiting here with me, the Sacred Raven, at the Metaphysical Mystique, and getting your moon transit forecast for Libra going in, or Leo going into Virgo. I love you all. If you like this, definitely, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the like, and I will see you all soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.